But first tonight, apparently, much of America, not just country and radio music listeners across the country, but wholesale, if you listen to music on your iPhone, on Spotify, wherever you listen to it, and whatever music you listen to, evidently, you are among the people who hold deeply racist feelings, and soon lynchings will return to a southern courthouse near you. That's the takeaway from a Washington Post article about Jason Aldean's new hit song. Quote, Jason Aldean's Try That in a Small Town broke into the Billboard Hot 100 chart at #2 on Tuesday. The country song is surging in popularity despite, or perhaps because of, critics who contend it is full of coded threats against black people. It's written by Samantha Cherry. She graduated from the University of Florida with a degree in journalism and used to be a multi-platform editor for the Washington Post gender and identity team, where she reported and curated gender identity coverage. And that's really the story. Gender and identity coverage requires calling one group bigoted. If you didn't like Bud Light hiring a transgender influencer, then you are transphobic. If you like Jason Aldean's song that glorifies small-town values, well, then you are a racist who supports lynchings. But Americans are neither. And apparently, they are quite tired of the Washington Post and others calling them bigots. Evidence: the Mexican beer brand Modelo is now America's best-selling beer. They dethroned Bud Light. InBev, that owns Bud Light, lost $27 billion in market capitalization since the controversy began. They're down more than 25% in market cap. For reference, the S&P 500 was up well more than 8%. That took a couple of months. The response to Jason Aldean's song took a few days. To be clear, the song, Try It in a Small Town, came out months and months ago. Nobody paid attention to it. It compared what happens in small towns versus big cities when someone robs a liquor store or carjacks an old lady. Take a listen.
Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road.
When the music video hit, the cries of racism began. And after the cries of racism, the song sold 228,000 digital singles last week. It's the largest sales week for a country song in a decade. They logged 11.6 million streams. That's a 547% jump from the week before. 18 million views on YouTube in 12 days, and that's despite country music television caving and pulling the video. Americans are not bigots. They don't like being called bigots, and now they're fighting back. Perhaps the Washington Post will take note, as should many of the other media observers and politicians here in Washington. George Will is here, NewsNation senior political contributor, Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist. The pendulum is shifting back right now, and there is a silent majority, I feel like, that is sort of saying, we don't like being told how to think and how to act.
They're tired of people in their face telling them that their instincts are bad, and if they don't recognize that their instincts are bad, that's because they are so bad that they're sublimated. So there's no way of being innocent here.
You think about this from a cultural perspective. I was in New York talking to some folks who manage money on Wall Street, and they said they couldn't believe what had happened with Bud Light. Everybody thought the Bud Light thing was going to go away. It did not. Now we have Jason Aldean's song. It has not gone away. It's blown up. He's made a lot of money from it. I'm wondering if corporate America is now going to have to rethink things. And you think about, say, Disney, who has gone, they're still swinging on the pendulum this way as the culture is swinging this way.
The business schools are turning out business executives who don't really like business. They go into human rights departments and they try to infuse the corporation with woke values. The corporations now have, if you count particularly the DEI bureaucracies in colleges and universities, this is a $10 billion industry promoting wokeism. Now, there are a lot of people have an enormous stake in this. But compared to what, say, InBev lost, it's minor.